All right, hey, good morning. Wednesday morning as I begin this, 8:15 in the morning. Getting a little bit of a late start this morning. And gonna get that residential job wrapped up today. So, I crunched the numbers, and by the time it's all said and done, I'll have probably made about $1,800 off of that job, which is unbelievably horrible. That is $900 a week, what I made profit for the 2 weeks that it took us, the 14 days. You know, I'm aggravated about that. I'm aggravated that I didn't bid the job higher, but there were variables to that I just didn't see. I certainly didn't think the prep was going to take us as long as it did. And we went up and beyond on the prep. You know, somebody had made a comment. They said it probably would have been cheaper or better if they would have went with vinyl siding over that old wood. And, you know, for the cost, it probably would have been about $25,000 or more to put vinyl siding up there. The house is in a historical district, so I don't even think you could do that. And if you could, you'd probably have to jump through a shit ton of hoops to be able to make that happen. And I'm quite certain that the homeowner didn't want to spend $25,000 on this job, whether we're talking vinyl siding or painting. And I say that because I guarantee one of the quotes that they got was probably close to that, if not that. They said they got 3 quotes on this job. They told my references that I was the cheapest. They told me yesterday that they wanted to give my guys a tip, and, you know, good deal there. Considering the fact that they probably saved quite a bit of money going with me. Maybe I'll get a tip. My guys stayed out there till about 8 o'clock last night trying to get this thing to a place where we could get it done today. So what's left out there is the back porch, front porch, and a couple of the downspouts and corner posts. Probably going to be another all-day affair out there. I know my guys are exhausted from this job. No Lucky. We didn't have him yesterday. He was MIA. And, you know, after the last video that I did with Lucky, I think it's safe to say, like a lot of the comments, you know, it is time to move on. I read comments on that video where people said, you know, stupid shit. Oh, it's Joe's fault and nothing ever works with Joe, and I'm talking to him like he's a freaking second-class citizen. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. I busted my ass to try to motivate Lucky and spent a lot of money on the Lucky chapter here. And, you know, whatever, no big deal, but you ain't gonna sit here and say that it's my damn fault. But, you know, mentioning that, the Lucky situation being that, you know, he's just obviously not in a place where he's ready or wanting to change, and whatever. To each their own. It's unfortunate for sure. You know, it makes me sad for him and mad for him that he doesn't want to give himself a fighting chance. But that's just where he's at. So nothing else we can do but move on. Somebody had also said, you know, I hope that you'll continue to work him. And I would have at least entertained the idea had he showed up yesterday for work, but I don't even think he wants to work anymore. You know, when you get wrapped up in that addiction shit, nothing else matters. And why come out there and bust your ass with us when you've got another way that you're used to doing, flying the sign and selling the artwork? Certainly not going to be making any type of real money doing that, I don't imagine. But it's a hell of a lot easier than putting in at least 8 hours a day. Anyways, just shooting the shit with you a little bit. So again, it's Wednesday. Hopefully we're gonna get this job wrapped up. I'm on my way back to Lowe's to grab a couple of more things to just help make this a little more seamless for us. Some foam rollers, because we've got a door to paint, and a front porch, back porch, downspouts. We really don't got much left. And then the skirt ain't gonna be nothing. We about to fly through this thing, get done with it, and then collect the remainder of this money from this job and advertise the shit out of this job, trying to get another one that we're gonna bid at least 25 to 50% more. Had I bid this 25 or 50% more than the $12,750 that I bid it at, well, I'd be pretty happy with my profit line. Might have made $2,000 or $3,000 off of the job, if not more. But it is what it is. I'm not complaining about it. Grateful for the opportunity to work and to showcase what we can do. This was a major job to do, and we've been there every single day, just like I told the homeowner we would be, and we went the extra mile for sure on this. And I know the homeowner is going to be appreciative of that. Hey, look, there's more of that blue paint. I shit you not, I literally just parked and look at that. Is this more evidence? Huh. It's all over here. Pretty interesting. Ooh. All right, it's 10:52 in the morning. Are we gonna get this job done? We're tracking pretty good on it, actually, except we just had a big old fuck up, to be honest. Not sure whose fault this is. Probably mine. But we're getting ready to paint we were getting ready to paint the decks on the back porch and the front porch. And the first thing that you do, no matter what, is you check the paint. You gotta check the paint, make sure everything's good, go back, double check what the homeowner was asking for colors, make sure everything's good there. So we crack open the first can of $107 a gallon paint of 4 gallons that we bought for this job. Now, of course, we're not paying $107 for this, but it's still the most expensive paint that I know of or that I've ever used. And we do a test spot, and that test spot does not match at all. I look at the lid, the paint color is 7074. I look at the list that I was given from the homeowner, and the color is supposed to be 7075. So I don't know if they misheard me when I was telling them, because I'm reading off of the list, ordering all of this paint, $1,700 in paint to start with. We've already spent an additional $300, so that brings us up to $2,000 in paint. And now we've got, about $300 in paint that's fucking useless. And I'm on my way to Sherwin-Williams right now. I've already ordered the right color, 7075. I've got the 7074 in the back of my truck, but they're not gonna refund me on that. They don't refund mixed paint. It's just what they do. I could say, hey, look, y'all gave me the wrong paint, and all they're gonna do is they're gonna look in the computer and say, well, we got 7074 right here. So, when I gave them the paint order, they read it back to me, and they probably read me back 7074, and I just didn't catch it. So it's on me. But the front of the house had a bunch of windows with sashes in those windows that had to get painted. Those didn't get painted yesterday, so my guys are doing that right now. My other guy is going around just touching up, finalizing everything. The homeowner has come out and talked to me this morning, telling me just how pleased he is with the job. Only issue that he had so far was the fact that we painted shut the back door and a couple of windows, but we've already corrected 2 of the 3 issues there. And he asked me, he said, hey, I want to put your name out there to everybody and try to help you get more work. And I said, I greatly appreciate that. So, you know, I've never done a job like this. I've never done a job on an old house that's got wood siding where a lot of repair work was needed to be done on that. Of course, I feel like I'm more than competent, and capable of doing that, and this job is showing that. But again, when it comes down to the bid, well, I sure learned on this one. So thinking that I was going to make about $1,900 profit off of this job, well, it's going to be less than that now. It's going to be $1,600. But, you know, the silver lining is I didn't lose on the job. I feel like I did. And, you know, we gained a great reference from this. And I tell you what, that job that I just went and looked at, that next residential job, whew, I'm going to get it back in blood on that one. Yeah, I am. Anyways, don't think I'm going to be able to get to any after prison show work today. I really want to. Also, footnote to everything, my wife is out of town. She left this morning, so it's me and Liam for the rest of the week. And that is always, you know, a great time, but it's stressful with a 1-year-old by yourself. This is my second time doing that, as a matter of fact. The first time it was pretty rough for the first night. Hopefully tonight's going to be a little bit better. Hopefully I learned from the first experience, sort of like learning from this first massive residential job. This is actually the biggest job that I've ever done. And, you know, it was intimidating going into this. It's been intimidating almost every step of the way on this. But we're knocking it out. And, you know, with any job, especially a big job, you're always going to have hiccups. So, eat those and move on. All right, let's get to Sherwin-Williams and pick up the correct paint. Whew. Yeah, so leaving from Sherwin-Williams right now. $255 in paint. And I checked the receipt. Of course, the receipt had the wrong color on it as well. And I was kind of telling them the story, but hey, if the receipt's got it on there, well, clearly it's my fault. And ain't shit I can do about that. All right, well, anyways, one other thing that I wanted to mention real quick was I haven't heard from Lucky. You know, Lucky was working with me for about 4 or 5 days out here on this job, and I had mentioned that he was working good as well, but I haven't heard from him. Yesterday, I was trying to get in contact with him. I couldn't get in contact with him. And then he had texted me telling me that his phone was messed up and, you know, he wasn't able to call. And then he tried to call me late yesterday, and, well, I was asleep. And then my top guy told me that he tried to call him at like midnight last night. So, you know, clearly, evidently, shit ain't good for dude, and I hate that for him, but ultimately, you know, I can't have that on my job. You know, when he was working for me, I'm not gonna lie, you know, I had my worries, good way to put it, that he was probably getting high, still getting high, but he was working. He didn't seem like he was high on the job, but there were definitely signs, you know. And unfortunately, like a lot of you have said, and what I feel like is, just got to move on. Water under the bridge. He's a great guy. I know he would be a great guy sober, and I just hate the fact that he's not ready for that. We move on. There's a lot of other things to do with After Prison Show, and I'm ready to get to them, but we got to get this job done first, and that's the priority today. is getting this done. We've got the correct paint. We're gonna go back, blast out these porches. We're getting the front windows addressed right this second, and thank God we figured out a better way to do that because they got these heavy ass shutters on them. We thought we were gonna have to take those down, but we were able to get a ladder above the windows to be able to hit the windows, and we're gonna finish this job, and I'm so ready to get this thing done. So ready to get paid. You know, when you do a big job, payday is always, you know, what should be really exciting. Unfortunately for me, it's not because, well, I didn't bid this right. All right, let's get back to work. Hey there, good morning. Up in the van this morning. It is Thursday morning, and I didn't get a chance to film anything else yesterday. It was a grueling day to say the least. How grueling? One of my guys actually ended up getting pretty dizzy and had to go home. That was pretty early in the day. That happened about 12 o'clock. And it was only 3 of us out there on the residential job. But the good news is we finished the job. Yeah, we did. We got that thing done yesterday, and the homeowners were super happy with the work that we did. Even gave me a tip, and I wasn't, you know, expecting a tip, but they gave me a tip, and it was $1,000 tip. I thought that was freaking awesome. Just goes to show the work that we did out there and their appreciation and satisfaction level with what we did out there. I need to get back over there at some point today and just walk it one final time and go look in, make sure that we got it cleaned up as much as it needed to be. And there was quite a bit of debris that we were cleaning up at the end of the day. I would end up having to leave because my babysitter, I had to catch my babysitter, so my 2 guys stayed out there cleaning up the rest of the debris. I need to go over there and check that. But by the end of the day yesterday, we were freaking beat. I'm so freaking sore right now. My wife's out of town. I had my son all night last night, and all I wanted to do was just come home and go to sleep. It was hot yesterday. The sun whooped our ass out there. But again, we got that job done. Homeowner was super happy, and just want to get over there and just check it and make sure that it's the way that it needs to be. Today, we got some apartments. And where we're heading to is a place that owes me, at this point, they owe me almost $7,000. They had owed me $10,000. They did send me $3,000, some change, maybe almost $4,000. We're holding on to this place by a nose hair, not holding on to it by much, and I need to get paid. That's been the broken record that I've been with this. I am not doing apartments. I'm only doing this property at this point, and this is a property that I'm not going to let us do much more work at until they get me square all the way. I will not have any other jobs get so freaking late that, well, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just not really trying to be messing with these apartments. So I'm pulling up at this place right now. I need to try to find this guy. Is he here? He is. All right, cool deal. Let me get with him, and I'll share more with y'all in just a minute. Cinematographic angles. Oh shit, there was a booger on the lens.
Nice.
All right, hey, it's, shit, I was going to look for my phone and try to figure out what time it is, but I'm filming on my phone. It's probably almost 12 o'clock, and we've taken a pit stop from all the fun stuff going on today, work-wise. And, oh, thanks, Tom. Tom, you got a YouTube notification. What the hell's going on?
I know. Isn't that crazy? A YouTube notification? Why would I have a YouTube notification?
Yeah, we're going to be talking about that. So obviously we're getting ready to film a podcast style video, Tom and I. There's a lot to discuss in relation to what's been going on with the After Prison Show as of late. Not sure if you're going to be seeing this video first. You probably will be, but the podcast video will be coming next. And hopefully we're going to knock this out the park. It's 1,000 degrees outside right now. Got the AC running. You probably hear it in the background. We're going to have to cut that off and then race against the clock.
Tick, tick, tick.
To try to not sweat our freaking balls off in here.
Shitter talk.
Toilet talk, Tom.
Oh, God, toilet talk. I'm on the crapper.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
They demonetized, I told you they demonetized Lucky going to detox, right?
Yes.
They demonetized the last video that I did with Lucky too. It was called Lucky an Update, or an update on Lucky.
What the hell?
So you know what I'm getting ready to do? I'm getting ready to retitle that video. If you want to demonetize it, fine by me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get the title that I actually want.
Oh, yeah.
I'm no longer doing heroin. I'm doing meth.
Yeah, I'm messing up. The mosquitoes are getting me.
Shit.
Sorry. Bad news.
And, you know, not to make light of the situation at all, but ultimately, you know, that's the truth. That's what the title should have been. Maybe Lucky is just...
Maybe he's not lucky for you.
Yeah, maybe Lucky is... They see Lucky and they're like, oh boy, this is about to be some real
bad
shit.
Stuff. We don't want Lucky on here anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom, did I tell you that somebody sent me a picture of the girl that he was with in that video of what she used to look like?
No. Really?
Well, the picture's on my phone right now, Tom. And...
Well, you can show me...
during the podcast,
and I'll give you my reaction.
But let's just pretend that I'm showing it to you right now.
Oh my God! What a time!
Is literally what the reaction is going to be when
Yeah.
y'all see this on the podcast. All right, hey, we're going to film this and then carry on with the day. You ready?
Let's do this. I'm ready to kill it. Killing it now.
Killing them legs.
Hey! Hey! No sun there!
I was about to say, damn, Tom, can you reach the floor?
No sun. Up yours, buddy. I'm on a shitter. Of course I can reach the floor. I'm closer to the floor than you are.
I see them ankles are getting swollen already, so we know circulation's getting cut.
No circulation.
We got to race against the heat and race against the blood circulation in Tom's legs.
Sweet.
We'll get with y'all in a little bit. So it's 1:59 in the afternoon, and I just got a chance to drop Tom off. We started off today going to an apartment complex where, you know, it's probably the last apartment complex that I'm going to be doing work for, considering, you know, they have gotten some money to me. They owe me $6,000. They started off owing me $10,000, and they're telling me that things are going to improve over there, and really, they're the last apartment complex that I'm going to be working with, for sure. You know, if I'm going to continue doing this business, I'm going to focus on the residential work. That's obviously what I need to be doing. But we started today off going over to that property. I didn't show any of the units, and there really was nothing to show because of the fact that it's just the same old shit. However, I did hear an interesting story while I was over there about a pest control guy yesterday going into an apartment where a woman was at. You know, she allowed the pest control guy to come in there to do the pest control, and the husband or the boyfriend found out that the pest control guy was in there and was threatening violence toward the pest control guy and, you know, the maintenance staff over there. The maintenance guy over there, he's a really cool guy. I like him a lot. But, you know, if you think about the Chris situation that we just featured here, you know, people are crazy these days. And I'm just glad it didn't happen to me or to any of my guys, which, ironically enough, one of my guys had to go into an occupied unit today to go do a small drywall repair. It was so trivial. I can't even believe they were asking us to do it, but he went in there nonetheless. And, you know, we do go into these occupied units from time to time, and I've shared a story here maybe a month ago of a drywall repair that we did in an occupied unit where the resident was sitting there with a gun on the kitchen counter the whole time that we were in there. Crazy shit. But again, that's where today started from. From there, I got all my guys over there. They were super happy to be getting out of the heat. It's way hotter today. It's 94 right now. In comparison to any day that we were working on that residential job, and I'm just glad to know that we got that job done yesterday and did not have to really go mess with that again today. I would leave from the apartment complex. I would go back over to the residential job just to once over it one more time. A little bit of debris I picked up, a trash bag that was left, some tape that was left on the door. I took all that off. The homeowner saw me over there, was super happy with everything that we had done. We talked for a little bit. I said I wanted to get some pictures of that job. I've got those pictures right here for y'all to see how this thing came out. And man, this is an impressive job, to say the least. So I looked at the job this morning, just wanted to once over everything. That's what you do. These people were very generous, giving me $1,000 tip. I know that this job is going to lead to more work, and I'm excited about that possibility. We just did a 3,500 square foot exterior job in 14 days. It's exactly the amount of time that I told them that it was going to take. It didn't take us any time longer, even with one rain day and, well, Memorial Day doesn't count because we still worked 14 days total on that job. So I went and looked at that, and then I got up with Tom. I wanted to film a podcast style video with him. I was able to do that. We were able to talk about a couple of things. The Chris situation that we just featured here on the After Prison Show. The Lucky situation. You know, final thoughts on all of that, basically. And then the fact that Tom's creating his own YouTube channel, which he already has right now. And he's even been making videos over there. And I'm very happy for him doing that, and I wish him nothing but success doing that. I know that when I first started After Prison Show, I felt very funny and offended and slighted at the thought of somebody else having a prison channel because, you know, I was one of the founding people when it comes to the prison genre. You know, little could I have imagined, and I probably should have, that that would become such a highly competitive genre, which I should almost be kind of flattered by. You know, I helped to pave the way for that. But again, in the beginning, and I didn't like the idea of other people trying to create their own channel, and that's just being honest. But now, I wish everybody all the success in the world. And, you know, I hope that Tom's channel does blow up. There's another guy named Jacob who I'm going to get the opportunity to introduce very soon. His story is insane. And I want to help him create his own YouTube channel. That's something that he wants to do. So, it's the right thing to do. You know, I've been hitting the ground running here on After Prison Show and really trying to showcase how serious I am coming back to this. But at the same time, who the hell knows where things will go and if this will be something fruitful or not. Regardless, I'm going to give it my all again, and I've been doing that just like I've done for 2.5, almost 3 years doing the painting business. And I'm still going to hold on to the painting business. You know, it brought me a lot of satisfaction this last residential job that we did. And hopefully I'm going to get the next residential job. I just put the proposal together for that. You saw that house in the last video. I put that proposal together at $12,300. You know, about $6,000 for the outside, about $6,000 for the inside. And that's a very fair price. It's a much smaller house too. It's only you know, about a 1,200 square foot house. So they want us to do the entire outside, full exterior paint, and full interior paint as well, plus some minor repairs along the way. Hopefully we get that job. We'll see. But folks, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. like I said, it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to try to enjoy the remainder of my afternoon. I got a little bit of time before I got to get back and swap with the babysitter. My wife is out of town till tomorrow. Last night was night number 1 of Daddy and Liam. It was a great night. He slept all through the night. We had a great night. We did dinner together, did breakfast together. And, you know, the first time that my wife went out of town, that first night was hell. He cried for mommy all night. Last night, you know, he was saying mama, but he was okay with it. So, I say I want to go get a little bit of time, but really what I need to do is I need to go to the grocery store and get juice and things for dinner. So, that's what I'm going to do. All right, anyways. Hey, I hope you guys somehow enjoyed this video. Thank you for taking the time. I look forward to sharing more with you real soon. And until then, take care.